What if I told you that a single woman just rewrote Oscars history, and most people don't even know her face? Today, we're talking about a legend behind the scenes who just broke a nearly 100-year-old record at the Academy Awards, and her name is Ruth E. Carter. With the 2026 Oscar nominations revealed, Ruth E. Carter officially became the most nominated Black woman in Oscars history across any category. A milestone that cements her legacy not just in Hollywood, but in cultural history. At 65 years old, Carter earned her fifth nomination for Best Costume Design for her work on the film Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, a movie that absolutely dominated this year's award season with a jaw-dropping 16 nominations, including Best Picture, setting a new all-time record for the most nominations received by a single film. That achievement alone put Sinners ahead of iconic films like Titanic, La La Land, and All About Eve, all of which previously held the record with 14 nominations. Ryan Coogler also made history, becoming only the second Black filmmaker ever to be nominated in the same year for producing, directing, and original screenplay, following Jordan Peele's groundbreaking run with Get Out. But let's get back to Ruth E. Carter, because her story didn't start here. She won her first Oscar in 2019 for Black Panther, becoming the first Black woman ever to win Best Costume Design, and followed that victory with a second Oscar in 2023 for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, making her the only Black woman to win more than one Academy Award to date. Long before that, she had already earned nominations for Malcolm X in 1993 and Amistad in 1998, quietly building a career that shaped how Black history, Afrofuturism, and culture are visually told on screen. Until recently, Carter was tied with Viola Davis for most Oscar nominations among Black women, but now she stands alone, while also joining Spike Lee and Morgan Freeman tied for third place among the most nominated Black creatives overall, behind only Denzel Washington and Quincy Jones. To put things into perspective, since 1929, only 20 Oscars have ever been awarded to Black women, making Carter's achievements even more powerful. After the nominations were announced, Carter shared her emotional reaction on Instagram, expressing gratitude for her fellow nominees and saying she was completely overwhelmed by the love audiences have shown for Sinners and its story. Beyond the awards, her influence continues to grow, especially with the release of her memoir, The Art of Ruth E. Carter, where she reflects on more than 40 years in the industry, preserving stories that were never written down and finally sharing them with the world. Looking back at her first Oscar win, Carter said she realized in that moment that she had become the role model she once needed. And when she won again, it felt like confirmation that her impact was real and lasting. Ruth E. Carter's journey proves that sometimes the most powerful figures in Hollywood aren't the ones in front of the camera, but the ones who quietly change history behind it. One costume, one story, and one groundbreaking moment at a time.